you all are managing several functions within your orgs. How are you able, people process-wise, to drive that cross-functional collaboration, go from more of a siloed approach to one where you're working together to solve these challenges?
I think we just put a lot of focus on the handoffs. I mean, I think we're functional PS, CSM, support, and we just put a lot of emphasis on really intentional handoffs from team to team. They're going to have handoffs. We always have a rule about warm handoffs, like never ping pong a customer and say call somebody else. So I think it's just operationalizing that and having everybody know what their lane is. We have different tools. There's a PS tool, is different than the CS tool, is different than the support tool. And then so we use Snowflake on the back end with a data lake to then begin to stitch things together. And then the element we're also adding in is actual product telemetry. That's how we can get really proactive. Like we can mine ticket data and we do stuff like that, and that's essential. But for us, the next level is how do we tie all that data in terms of CSM account health scores to ticket performance scores to product telemetry data, and then we actually have a really compelling view about where our customers are having success or where they're maybe detaching and disengaging from the products in some way, as well as do they have any alerts we need to make them aware of. That's kind of like table stakes, but it's the under the hood stuff about what are the signals they're not telling us that they haven't logged in 2 weeks. And maybe we didn't see that, and now we can tie that to they also haven't logged a ticket in 2 months, and all of a sudden you got a red alert happening there. And so just trying to put all these signals together in one data warehouse, and then we can actually try and, with the AI question, is try and find the nuggets out there. It's too vast of an ocean to try and do it manually.
Great. Catherine, you talked a little bit about your cross-functional work with product and engineering, but a little closer to home, talk a little bit about success and support and the various sub-functions within and how you're all collaborating together. What are the secrets to success there?
Yeah, we're implementing what we are building out to be like a health score, and we're using Data Cloud to rationalize all of our signals. And from consumption of the products to really identify, do we have shelfware, right? That keeps me up at night. If you purchase something, you're not using it. What are the cases coming in? What are the sentiments? So we're actually going to be pulling in sentiment analysis into our health score. So when you think about all these signals and rationalization of it, we've got to look at what activities and engagements we need to trigger in a more intentional, automated way. Before we were going into this model where we had a lot of great team members, we were throwing at the problem. We've got to be thinking about how we do this in a scale, and we leverage technology to be intentional with these engagements. It's a journey we're on, but what's really happening right now in the success world is we're trying to make sure that we align what are they trying to achieve. I go back to that resolution, education, right? How do we help them be more successful and not have them to navigate and try to figure out where to get the right expert. So when we leverage all this insight, I feel like that allows me then to sit at the table with my success peers, and we drive more, I'll say, strategic type of changes based on what we're learning from the data.
Mm-hmm. So is it fair to say some of the quick decisions that are now table stakes can be made because of the data?
Oh, 100%.
And you can spend your time, reallocate your time to the bigger questions.
Right, and it's going to be like a learning experience. We're leaning into it we have some assumptions, I'll call it a hypothesis of the why behind some of what we'll call not healthy signals we'll see in some areas. Mm-hmm. And when we have that, we want to go out there and say, okay, let's test that hypothesis. Did we actually put the right activities? We need to orchestrate this. That's one of the things we're working on, is orchestrating the journey and building out. And every time we make a change in the orchestration, did we see a positive or negative implication of it? And this is going to mobilize our activities. We had originally separated our teams out, and we were, again, org structure, right? And we were not being as effective, because we realized too that in conversations, a customer might call you for an education moment, but they have a friction moment too, a resolution issue. The two overlap at all times. And how do you become more effective in that? How do we upscale everyone? And what this does for us is it allows us to keep upscaling all team members to be able to handle both.